Hey, what's going on, everybody? Say hello.
Hello,
What's your name again?
Thomas.
Are you sure?
Thomas.
Are you
yes.
positive?
Yes.
Can I double check?
No. My name is Thomas.
It's not written in the back of your shirt. Your shirt says Pepe.
My name is Thomas.
Thomas and I are here today because Thomas has told me that he wants to start playing what game?
Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons. And he told me that he wanted to create a character, and he wanted that character to be based on one of his favorite video game characters. Who's the character you want it to be based on?
Link.
Link from what game?
Imagine Zelda.
Zelda. There you go. So we talked about it, and we said, okay, we can create Link. Now, we decided that we were going to use a tool to help us create this character to make it really easy. And there is a service. It's a website. It's called D&D Beyond. D&D. So D, the letter N, the letter D, Beyond. It's a free service. Parents can go there with their kids, and you can create characters super quick and super easy. We're going to show you guys how to create a character today. Does that work?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go over to D&D Beyond, Thomas, and let's show these people how we're going to do this, okay?
Oh.
We're going to tweak it a little bit so that you get to roll some dice and have a little bit of fun doing it, okay?
Okay.
All right. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to choose, when you go into D&D Beyond, you're going to go to Characters and then Character Builder, okay? We already did that, right?
Yep.
Since this is for someone who is just learning how to play the game, we're going to make it as easy as possible.
Quick build.
So we're going to do quick build. Good job. Okay. Now,
Name.
you want to play Link.
L-I-K.
You have to choose a race. Now, in Dungeons and Dragons, there are different races, right? There are humans and elves. There are half-elves.
Half
There
elf,
are
half
dwarves.
human.
You think Link is a
Link
half-elf?
Half elf, half human.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think so. He's either an all-elf or a half-elf. I think he's a half-elf. So
Half elf, half human.
All right, so we're going to choose a race. We're going to go to half-elf.
Half human.
All right, half-elf. Now,
Name.
no,
Oh.
his character class. I think
Ranger.
Ranger. Yep, Link is an outdoors kind of guy, right? He wanders around in the forest an awful lot.
He has a bow.
He has a bow. He's got a sword.
Yeah, chop.
I think that Ranger is the way to go.
Also has an axe.
All right, character name. Now, do you want to actually name him Link, or do you want to name him something else?
Link.
Link. All right, so we're gonna
With the
name.
capital L.
So we're gonna name him Link. Okay. Now all you have to do is once you select these things, I do want to show people something though. If you look at some of these, it doesn't actually explain it to you, does it? Okay, you can look up some of this information on the website, what each of these classes are. But we're just gonna go over Ranger today. Create a character, we're gonna name him Link. If you click this create character button,
You have him for the whole entire life. Unless you delete.
right, so what this is going to do is this is going to give us our character sheet. The character sheet is the thing that we use to play the game. It has all of the important information about our characters, right?
Yeah.
So that sheet is going to pop up in a minute. Now, once you click create character, you could essentially do whatever you want to do. You could go right from this screen here into playing the game if you wanted to, right? But what we're going to do is we are going to pick, view our character sheet so we can actually see what our character looks like.
1 second.
Let's see. I'm going to try to get one more thing if I can.
Maybe 2. Maybe 3.
Is it coming up? Oh, it's up.
It's up.
Okay. So, when we play Dungeons and Dragons, we use lots and lots of
All
different dice, right?
Let's take them all out.
So, one of the things we do,
Let's go.
you have different stats. When you don't use the quick build, you get to roll these numbers yourself. But since we wanted to use the quick build, so we didn't have to pick all of these other crazy things and fill them out,
Yeah.
because that's a lot for a little player, a first-time player, we're going to just
First time.
re-roll our stats.
Just first time.
It
That's
says
feet.
30 feet. That's our feet.
Oh.
All right, so let's go over here to our builder.
Wait, I thought we were looking at our person.
No, what we're going to do is we're going to roll some dice.
Can we have all of those?
We don't need all of the dice.
Oh.
Okay. The only dice you
Can we
need,
have 2 of the packages, little packages?
the only dice we need today are 6-sided dice. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to show the people at home,
Wait, can we get one of each color?
Thomas,
Fine.
we're going to show the people at home our dice. We need one more 6-sided dice. Okay?
Okay.
So here.
Yay! That looks like the nether.
Now,
in Minecraft.
all right. There are, count these.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right, so there are 6 scores for our dice. Okay?
Booga, booga.
And I'm going to write these numbers down as Thomas rolls the dice. Can you read what those... Hold on, don't roll them yet. Can you read what these say?
No.
Strength. That's how strong you are.
Strength.
Dexterity. Dexterity is how
Dexterity.
good you are at jumping over fences, climbing up rocks, running, dodging away from arrows and bullets, being slick and stealthy. Your constitution is how hardy you are, how much beating up you
Ow.
can take before is no good no more.
Dying.
Your intelligence is how smart you are. Your wisdom is how much worldly knowledge you have. And your charisma is how pretty you
Ew.
are. Charisma is how well you can charm a person. How smooth you are at talking. How cunning you can be. All right? So let's show the people our dice rolling
Yeah.
skills, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, so we have 4 6-sided dice. So this is what we're going to do.
Mm,
You're going to roll these 4 die
okay.
in this box here,
Okay.
and we're going
Ugh.
to add them up but drop the lowest number. So roll them all at once in that box.
Wait, I mean, so people could see them. So these are our dice.
Just roll them all at the same time.
No.
Yeah, roll them all at the same time. Go ahead. Okay, so you have a 3, a 4, a 1, and a 1. Well, we're going to get rid of one of the ones, so we're going to add up the other ones. So we end up with 8.
Check that one out.
Yep, we end up with 8. All right, do it again. We got to do this 6 times.
6.
Yep.
5.
All right, so we got a 5, a 1, a what? Dude, you are stinko de minko. Go ahead, roll again.
This is why I want to do it with only one at a time.
That's a good one. 8, 11. All right,
Really?
go again. Let's see, 6, 8. Go again.
Wait. 6, 8, 10.
Yeah, but we dropped the lowest one, remember? So go
10.
go again.
Okay.
8, 11, 11. One more time.
Again?
Mm-hmm.
One more. Booga, booga.
7, 8. All right. So Thomas rolled an 8, a 7, an 11, an 8, an 11, and an 8. I'm going to be his dungeon master, which means I'm going to run the game. I'm telling you right now that I would not be comfortable letting you play the game with those rolls.
Stop touching my floppy arm.
Those rolls that you just rolled, Okay?
I don't like
So I want you to roll again
2 more times.
4 more times.
So I actually have 10.
Keep rolling. I would not be comfortable letting Thomas roll these rolls. Let me
That
see.
was a good
Oh, that was a better one. Not 13. All right, we need a 13. That's a good one. All right, let's get some good rolls. That's a good one too. Look at that. 15. Now we're talking. Now you're cooking with
I
steam.
hope this
Keep
last
going.
one is like 20. Oh god, that doesn't count.
11, 12, 13. All right, 13's pretty good. All right, keep going.
3 more.
So far, your second set of numbers is much better. Let's see. 14. All right. Now look at this. Go ahead. Go again.
Now cooking up the steam.
Let's see. 10, 15. Good, good, good. All right. Keep going.
1 more.
One more time. 10. Ooh, 16. Okay.
My highest score is 16.
All right. So your new numbers are 13, 15,
That doesn't look
13,
like- that's a-
14, 15, 16. That's some good numbers. So let's come back here. Okay. And let's look at these numbers here. So let's put the 16 in our dexterity. Right? So let's make this
16.
yeah, how do we oh no, it won't let me change it. I gotta change this. Hold on.
1 second, people. Come on!
Wow, this website is slow today. Normally D&D Beyond is a pretty fast website. No! I want you to let me change it. Golly gee willikers. All right. Well, if it doesn't work this time, we'll just use the numbers they gave us. But normally it lets you go in and we can edit those numbers to use the numbers that we rolled so that we can have a little bit of fun doing it. So let's try it again. One more time. Oh, here we go. Can we change it down here? Why is it not letting me change it? Ah, boo. All right. Well, you know what? They gave you some pretty good numbers. So they gave you... Oh, wait. Hold on. If I change standard array to manual. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's put 16 in dexterity.
1, 2.
Because rangers have to be slick and cunning in the woods. Right? Let's put a 15 in our constitution because we want you to have a lot of hit points. We want you to be super strong.
Well, you should put 15 and another 15. 15 plus 15.
Yep. We're going to put 15 also in our, let's see, our strength maybe?
Wait, is there
Or our
plus-
intelligence. Let's
is
put
there
it
a
in
plus on
intelligence.
this? Is there a plus on this? Because you should put 15 plus 15.
Okay. Well, we're just kind of doing this the best we can
And
here
we
with the
only have
numbers we
10.
have. All right. So here we go. So we've changed our numbers. We've changed our stats. And we can now move on to... Now,
Can we see your character now?
in a minute. So
Yay.
D&D Beyond lets you pick these sort of standard backgrounds, right? So I picked a soldier for Thomas's character, but I don't think that
No.
Link is really a soldier. He's more like a folk hero, maybe?
Sometimes he has armor.
You come from a humble social rank, but you are destined for so much more. Already the people of your home village regard you as their champion, and your destiny calls you to stand against the tyrants and the monsters that threaten the common folk everywhere. That's perfect for you.
That sounds like
That sounds like Link, right?
a lot.
So, it gives you it lets
Like
us pick some
10,000.
it lets us pick some skills now. Acrobatics, athletics, arcana, insight or history, investigation, perception, performance.
Investigation.
Investigation is
Yeah.
what you want? Okay.
He is pretty investigative.
He's pretty investigative? Okay.
He always goes out of his town.
That's true. All right, let's use our tool proficiencies.
Okay.
So we can brewer's supplies, alchemist supplies, cartographer supplies. Let's see. Do we have anything cool in here? How about, I think Tinker's Tools is good for
What are
Link.
Tinker's
It means
tools?
you can take things and you can build other things, or you can make stuff.
That kinda
You
sounds
can,
like
yeah, it sounds like Link, right?
Sort of.
All right.
Folk hero.
We have Folk Hero. Let's see.
What are these?
Let's see here. What color do you want his hair to be? Link?
Gold.
Gold? Okay. Link sort of has blondish hair, but we can say gold.
Gold.
He has what? Tan skin, right?
Tan.
He has blue eyes, I think.
Blue. B-L-U-E.
All right. His height?
Wait, go back to blue.
Okay.
Backspace. Can you write light blue? 'Cause you-
Light blue.
Like medium light blue. No.
Medium
Not
blue?
Medium light blue.
Medium light blue?
Yeah.
All right. That's a crazy eye color. His height? I don't know how tall Link is. Let's make him... Let's make him
5.5 feet.
Yeah, I was gonna say that 5'5". All right, so you want 5'6"? We can do that. So 5'6". His weight, I don't know. He's probably like 165. Let's say. No, not one. Let's say he's like 150. How old is he? Do you think? Let's say he's
What does
20
it
years
say?
old. Oh, why did it adjust to 149? 150. Let's say he's 20 years old.
Yeah, that's young. That's pretty young.
Let's say he's a male.
Wait, what did I say?
Male.
No.
A boy. Gender.
Oh.
Okay?
Was it gender?
And that's it.
Now let's see our character.
Let's look at our character. Oh, one more thing. One more thing.
Oh no. Go back.
We will. Hold on. Let's look at our character first.
D&D bundle.
And we're going to show people how to make some rolls, too.
You got
You excited to do that? What do you think?
Yeah.
And eventually, Thomas and I are going to play a game, maybe with some of his friends. That's what we've been talking about. That I will run a game for some of Thomas's friends. So here, if we click on this, we're going to pick one last thing.
Wait, are we looking at like Elton?
Huh? Yeah, we're going to look at them in a second. But here's what I want to do for you. Go to abilities again.
Bula boys.
What's next? Is it what's next? No. Race? No. Where do I choose your picture? There it is. Let's choose your picture.
What's... Oh,
So D&D Beyond gives you a
This-
bunch of different
this
pictures you could
is-
pick.
This does not look like Link at all.
Well, you're not going to find one that looks exactly like Link. We could try to find one online later that looks like Link. For now, let's just find one that maybe looks a little like Link. There's too many choices. Let's just go for now with this
What's
guy
a
here. He
girl?
kind of looks a little like
No,
Link.
that's horrible. No. No. Go back up.
Well, these are all half elves. So why don't we just pick one randomly for now?
No.
Let's use this one for now.
That's a girl.
It's not a girl.
Yes, it is.
Okay, well then we're gonna use this one. Just
No.
okay. Then we won't pick a picture for now.
No. Go back.
Let's just look at our character sheet. Let's look at what we got.
Why do we need a picture? Let's see per guy first, and then.
All right. So here's all of our information for our character. Here's our weapons. We have a long sword and a short sword. Oh no, he doesn't have a bow and arrow. Oh, he's a long bow. Sorry, long bow and a short sword, which is good. He can punch people. That's really good.
Wait, what does that say? Short.
Short sword, it says. All right. So this video is getting a little long,
No, I want
but we're going to do one more
I
thing.
want to see a character.
You can still look at it. What did you want to see?
Character.
This is the character.
No,
Yes, that's
I
your
want to
character
see
sheet.
like our people.
There is no people.
No, so you can't see what you made with the blonde hair.
No, it just says it. This isn't Minecraft. This is Dungeons and Dragons. You have to use your imagination. All right, let's pretend like we're fighting a monster. Let's show people how that works. You ready? So
Okay.
you're gonna fight a monster. A monster comes up to you in the woods. It's a wolf, and he's gonna attack you.
Ow.
Do you want to hit him with your sword, or do you want to hit him with your bow and arrow?
Sword.
Sword, so you're up close. All right, so you're going to roll a 20-sided dice. Roll a 20-sided dice for me.
20-sided.
You rolled a 12.
12.
All right, so let's go back and look at our character. So your short sword, you get +5 to hit. So you take 12 plus 5.
12 plus 5 is 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
17. And let's say a wolf, you only need a 12 to hit a wolf because it doesn't really have a lot of armor. It's just kind of stealthy. So you hit the wolf. And the damage you do is 1d6 plus 3. So roll me a 6-sided dice.
I'm gonna use this.
All right. 5 plus 3 is 8. You do 8 damage to that wolf. The wolf comes at you and he tries to bite you. And he rolls a 6. And let's say his bite attack has a +3, a 9. Well, your armor class is a 14. Is a 9 bigger or smaller than 14?
Smaller.
So the wolf misses. He lunges at you with his teeth. But he doesn't hit you. He misses. Oh! All right, you roll your 20-sided dice again.
6.
6. All right, 6. So you rolled a 6. Plus, what was your plus? Do you remember?
12. No, plus 3. No, plus 5.
It was +5, so an 11. And I said that the wolf's armor class was a 12. So you take your long sword and you slash down at the wolf, but the wolf jumps out of the way. And he looks at you with rage in his eyes. Roo, 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 and he barks at you. And he tries to bite you again. An 11.
What?
+3 on his bite was a 14, so he hits you. And his bite attack is, let's say, an 8-sided dice. He does 2 points of damage. The wolf bites your arm, and you can feel his teeth grab you. But because of the armor that you're wearing, what kind of armor do you have? Let's see. Light armor.
Diamond.
Let's see. Does it say here what kind of armor you have? Boop, boop, boop. Leather armor. He bites into your arm, and his teeth.
Why do I have leather?
Because that's what you have. That's what it charged you with.
I want,
His teeth can't make it all the way through.
I want diamond
This
armor.
isn't Minecraft.
I
His
know.
teeth bite your arm, but his teeth can't make it through the leather because it was a glancing blow. You take 2 points of damage. You get back into your stance. You grab your sword and you get ready to attack him again. Roll your 20-sided die.
What is it? Get that out of here.
14
14.
plus the 5 on your sword. You swing down and you hit that wolf with all of your might right on top of his head with your sword. Roll your damage.
Did he die? I hope he died.
Go ahead, roll your damage. A 4 plus 3, 7 points of damage. You hit the wolf on the top of the head with your sword, and it bops him in the head, and his eyes go crossed, and his tongue falls out of his mouth, and he lands on the ground next to you and just goes, bleh,
Is he dead?
and he's dead. You killed the wolf. Link puts his sword back into his sheath, and he looks down at the wolf. And he says to the wolf, I'm sorry, wolf, but you bit me, and I had to kill you. And he goes along his way, and he
Link
walks.
is not British.
I didn't do a British accent.
That is British.
No, it's not. Kids, A very important rule in Dungeons and Dragons. Never, ever hit the dungeon master.
You're whack.
I think it's time to go.
No.
Say goodbye.
I want to find another monster real quick.
As you're walking down the path in the forest,
Never mind.
you see a man approach you. He has a bandana wrapped around his
Oh my
face,
God.
and all you can see is his eyes. He's wearing a big hood, so you can only see just the littlest bit of his forehead. He has a green tunic on, and he has a bow and arrow, and he pulls his bowstring back, and he looks at you, and he says, "Oi, where are you going?"
Oh, God.
And he
No.
pulls his bow, and he looses it, and an arrow flies at you. Oh, and the arrow flies at you so hard it goes poof, and it hits you in the shoulder, and you look down, and there is an arrow sticking out of your shoulder,
Did I die?
and you take 4 points of damage. Oh, the pain, it hurts. It hurts. Roll a d10. Roll this one for me.
Ooh, 20.
15. You look at the arrow and you grab it, you break it off, and you look at him and you said, "I'm not afraid of you."
Wait, did you break half of it?
Yeah, he broke it off. So part of it is still in you, but you broke the rest of it off. And you look at him and you say, "I'm not afraid of you." And you pull out your sword and you run up to him
No, I
and
wanna-
you swing.
I want to use my arrow.
You want to use your arrow? All right, you pull out your bow and arrow and you pull it back. Roll a d20. A 15. All right. You shoot your bow. What was the let's look. Let's look at what the stats on your bow are. A +5 to hit, 1d8 +3. All right, roll this guy here. Roll a 5 or higher. 3. You shoot him and the arrow hits him also in the shoulder, except it goes clean through, all right to the other side, and he goes, "Ooh!" And he freaks out, and he doesn't know what to do, and he tries to run away. "No, I don't want to fight you," and he runs away. Ah.
Did he die?
No, but he disappeared. You can't find him anymore. And you feel triumphant. Another day. Link will fight another day. All right, let's sign off. Tell everybody what they should do if they like our channel.
Subscribe.
Subscribe to our channel. More videos coming soon. Thank you for checking out Second Generation Geek. If you're interested in more Dungeons and Dragons, let us know. We'll do more Dungeons and Dragons. Hope you guys had fun. Catch you later.
Yay.
Say goodbye.
Bye.
Say goodbye nicely.
Goodbye, people.
Say goodbye nicely.
Bye.
This is a lesson in listening. Say goodbye nicely.
Bye, people.
Bye nicely.
Bye.